You know, I swear sometimes politicians can't see the forest for all the trees that are blocking their damn path from seeing that damn forest. Right? Ron DeSantis puts out a statement. This was an actual headline. Ron DeSantis that the lack of GOP enthusiasm is a warning sign for the party. He's talking about the lack of enthusiasm of voters in the Iowa caucuses. Now, if you think back to just, what was it, last week, Donald Trump had broken a record for the most votes in an Iowa caucus ever. And once again, with the New Hampshire, he broke another record, smashing New Hampshire primary, winning that one handedly, I might add. He is just ramming through these primaries so far. And Nikki Haley seems to believe, she's like, oh, this race ain't over yet. She's acting like she won or something. She came in a distant second. But this is just unbelievable. Russia, right, get this, this one's funny, right? Russia accuses Ukraine of shooting down a cargo plane that was carrying like 60 POWs, right? They're accusing Ukraine of doing this, right? So what if Ukraine does it? It's a war zone, for one. What are you doing accusing somebody of doing something? But second, you invaded Ukraine, you idiot. That wouldn't have happened if it wouldn't have been for your ridiculous invasion claiming there's Nazis, which there are. But it's not up to Putin to eliminate Nazis from the entire world. It's up to whatever government. That's just ridiculousness going on in this day and age, folks. Just so much ridiculousness going on. But what's up, everybody? How the hell's your day going? I hope y'all are having a pretty good day. I wasn't feeling too good yesterday, so my video was kind of laxed. I wasn't feeling good, but I'm pumped up today. What's up, y'all? This is Legitical Response. We cover political news. We keep you up to date on what's going on in the government because somebody's got to. So if you're interested in keeping up to date with what the government does, smash that subscribe button for me and turn on your notifications. We pump out videos every single day, and I'm looking forward to the day where I can quit my damn job and do this for a living because I love doing this. There's just not enough time to do more of it. I get enough time to do about one video per day. So if you could help me out, hit that like button. Kindly smash it for me if you don't mind. Don't break your phone screen or your mouse when doing so, but please smash that like button. But what's up, y'all? We got some big news coming out today. I know the mainstream covered this, but I want to cover it too because I got some stuff to say about this issue. Check this out. I'm going to read the headline right quick. Arizona GOP chair resigns, alleges pressure from Kari Lake team. Now, if you don't know what this is all about, you're about to find out. But, talking about Kari Lake, 2022, had the gubernatorial race going on in Arizona. There was a lot of funny business going on. I kept up with that one because I really like Kari Lake. Kari Lake is like the female version of Trump, but a lot more refined. She's more like the female version of Vivek Ramaswamy with a lot more experience, right? She's never held political office, but she's had, you know, an entire career in media, so she knows how to talk to a camera. She knows how to get in front of and talk to these people, and she's got some really good ideas, and she would have been great for Arizona. But that election, I can honestly say, was stolen from her by one. The actual current governor of Arizona was the attorney general, I believe, who is in charge of elections, didn't recuse herself from that, right? So there's a conflict of interest with just that. And just so happens there were several, like dozens of voter locations where the voting machines broke. There was the big deal with they printed out 19-inch ballots on 20-inch paper, right? It was some kind of weird software supposed mishap, right? But going from the testimony in the court cases, you have to physically type that in because it defaults to whatever size ballot is default. The 20-inch ballot, it defaults to that. So you would have to go in and change it to a 19-inch ballot. So when you go to put it in the tabulator, it doesn't read it right. So Kari Lake had that election stolen, and it's a damn shame that these woke garbage judges that were presiding over these cases didn't question any of this further. There was so much BS and just stupid little crap going on. There was plenty of evidence for a judge to say we need a new election. Just the 19-inch on 20-inch tablets on 20-inch paper is enough to do a new election, because that was hundreds, if not thousands, of votes. But it's a bunch of BS. But let's get into this story, because this is wild, folks. And it proves my conspiracy theory, which, you know, it's turning out more and more that conspiracy theories are more like spoiler warnings. That's something I heard from Tim Pool say earlier today, and I love it. Yeah, it's not a conspiracy theory, it's more like a spoiler warning. Love it, right? Alright, here we go, y'all. The chair of the Arizona Republican Party announced he will resign Wednesday after leaked audio appeared to show him attempting to pay Senate candidate Kari Lake not to run for office in 2024. Now, that is nuts. You gotta go listen to this audio. I don't have the audio, but you gotta go check this out. It's damning evidence. And if leaked audio came out of this, imagine what takes place all across the country, right? With some of these candidates. You think they're going to win, and then all of a sudden, oh, it's an upset. They lose. It's like, what? Maybe this happened in 2020? You never know. We just don't know. Jeff DeWitt said that the audio was selectively edited, he explained. However, that he chose to resign because he was threatened by members of Lake's team that more tapes would be released if he did not step down. Lake's campaign has denied the allegations. Yeah, right. How convenient. You get some leaked audio. Oh, it was selectively edited, and I only quit because of pressure from the Kari Lake team. Right? If you're the chair of the GOP for an entire state, why would you resign from a false allegation, from pressure from a false allegation? He's lying, folks. Lake publicly demanded DeWitt resign over the audio Tuesday, calling him corrupt and compromised. And she even said this in that tape. She said, yeah, they didn't want me in this office because I'm going to root out corruption, which she probably would, if not try her damnedest to do so. The audio recording was first reported by the Daily Mail. There are very powerful people who want to keep you out, DeWitt reportedly told the Senate hopeful in the recording, saying only that these figures were from the East. Just say, is there a number at which DeWitt begins before being cut off? I can be bought? That's what it's about, Lake retorted. DeWitt allegedly responded, you can take a pause for a couple of years. You can go right back to what you're doing. Lake, who ran an unsuccessful bid for Arizona governor in 2022, said she would not accept $1 billion to leave the Senate race. On Wednesday, DeWitt said the call was not a form of bribe, but rather a conversation about hiring Lake at his personal company. He said she was already an employee when the recording was made early last year. Yeah, once again, bullshit. Kari Lake is running to be a senator. Why would she want to take a job? And why would you tell her that, oh no, if I release this evidence, they're going to kill me? That's what he said. I don't know if they're going to say that in this story. I haven't read this story yet, so it's breaking, right here on this video, but I heard that in the audio. I listened to the audio. He didn't say it, well, they're going to kill me, but he says, oh, no. Can't do that, because next thing you know, I put my key in my car and kaboom! Implying that he would be killed if he released evidence of them trying to bribe Kari Lake. It was him trying to bribe her. It's just nuts, folks. Contrary to accusations of bribery, my discussions were transparent and intended to offer perspective, not coercion, the outgoing GOP chair wrote in a statement. Our relationship was based on friendship, and the conversation that is now being scrutinized was open, unregarded exchange between friends in the living room of her house. Yeah, right. Listen to the audio. It sure doesn't sound like a conversation between friends. I genuinely believed I was offering a helpful perspective to someone I considered a friend, he added. Yeah, right. He continued saying Lake has been on a mission to destroy him since the conversation and condemned her for disturbing tendency to record interactions without the other party's consent. Yes, this is how you get evidence of corruption, dude, if you didn't know that. Yeah, when you're trying to bribe somebody and they record you, see how they're trying to turn it around? He's trying to flip it on her. Oh, she recorded me and I didn't know about it. Yeah, because you were doing some underhanded crap trying to bribe her to stay out of the senatorial race, and you got caught. And now you're trying to come up with all these excuses. Yeah, go on, dude. Get the hell out of here. This is obviously a concern given how much interaction she has with high-profile people, including President Trump. Yeah, that's what this is about, DeWitt argued. I question how effective a United States senator can be when they cannot be trusted to engage in private and confidential conversations. He also alleged that the conversation was a setup, adding that Lake orchestrated this entire situation to have control over the state party. Wow, dude, really? You get caught trying to bribe a senator candidate. And wow, dude, get the hell out of here. This guy's nuts. He's just coming up with every single excuse in the book to get out of this. Like I said, if it was false allegations, why resign, dude? Why did you resign? That is the big tell right here. This morning, I was determined to fight for my position. No, you weren't, he continued. However, a few hours ago, I received an ultimatum from Lake's team. Resign today or face the release of a new, more damaging recording. I am truly unsure of its contents, but considering our numerous past open conversations as friends, I have decided not to take the risk, he added. In response to DeWitt's resignation and allegations of threats, Lake's campaign said the tape speaks for itself. That's right. Yeah, I don't believe this threat allegation, right? I don't believe that whatsoever. You know, you don't start talking about the people back east trying to bribe you as a friend and say, oh no, if I release this, they'll kill me. No, I'm sorry. It just is, life doesn't work that way, right? She wouldn't call on you to resign if you broke this message to her. If you have a friend come to you and say, hey, look, they're trying to bribe you to get you to stop running for this Senate seat, and I've got the proof right here, whatever. And she says, release it. You're going to release that evidence. I'm sorry. You're not scared of them killing you. That it just doesn't work like that. And so far, The Hill hasn't mentioned that whatsoever. Just another example of the mainstream media not giving all the information. No one from the Kari Lake campaign threatened or blackmailed DeWitt. It is unfortunate that DeWitt hasn't recognized how unethical his behavior was and still hasn't apologized to Arizona Republicans, senior advisor Carolyn Wren and Garrett Ventry said in a statement. DeWitt's false claims are just par for the course, they continued. The Arizona GOP must be relieved to have his resignation. Now we can focus on getting ethical leadership and win big in 2024. DeWitt served as the state party chair since January 2023. After working as the chief operating office for Trump's 2016 and 2020 White House bids. Lake, a former news anchor, has faced pushback against her Senate bid. She has been a leading booster of former President Trump's unsubstantiated claims of election fraud in the 2020 election and fought her own legal battle after the gubernatorial loss in 2022. She said Tuesday that she didn't have anyone in mind to replace DeWitt. I haven't given it a lot of thought. What I want to do is make sure we get the corrupt people out, she said. It's not the first time Lake has been accused of recording others without consent. Last year, she recorded an impromptu airport lounge conversation with Rep. Ruben Gallego, the presumptive Democratic nominee for the Senate seat, confronting him over policy issues. Lake, DeWitt, and the Arizona GOP have not responded to previous requests for comment on the recording. Wow, they did not put in the part where the guy said, no, if I release the tape, I put my key in my car and the car goes boom. It's right there in the audio. Like I said, go look it up. I couldn't get my hands on a unedited version of it. If you know what I mean, I don't like to source my material from other sources that sourced it from somewhere else, because you're just sourcing something from another source. It ends up being a source circle, if you know what I mean, or a circle source, which is hard to say. That was rough to say just now, but wow, how crazy is this? Given all of the underhanded crap, all of the mistakes that went on in 2022 in that gubernatorial race with Kari Lake, and then given this tape, oh yeah, that proves it to me that that election was stolen from Kari Lake, and she should have won. You know, all the voting machines that went down just so happened to be, you know, heavily conservative counties, you know, dense conservative populations in those areas. You know, they closed several locations. There was a bunch of stuff. If you want to look into that, that is a deep rabbit hole, because there's a lot of evidence. And as a matter of fact, some of that stuff is still ongoing to this day. Yeah, it's not completely over yet. There's still court cases. She's still battling that out. And I believe she's going to win that Senate seat for Arizona and flip that seat, because there's a Democrat in there right now and an independent. But like I said, this is just a crazy story. And if it's happening with a state senator in Arizona, how often does this take place? You know, how often do these people try to bribe other candidates from, hey, just get out of the race? How much will it take? Get you out of this race. This is insane, folks, and this is the type of corruption and stuff I'm talking about that we need to root out. We need to pay attention to government. This is the whole reason I'm doing this channel. I'm making these videos, is to get news stories like this, get that out there so people know, hey, look, I'm not going to vote for these people anymore. I'm going to vote for somebody new, somebody who's not a career politician, somebody who's not corrupt as hell, somebody who's going to actually go in and fight for my interests, for my state interests, and whatnot. We've got to clean up our government, folks, and it's up to us to do it. But that's all I got for this one, folks. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this audio tape. Is it some kind of grand conspiracy? Was he just talking as friends like he said? Or was he was trying to bribe her? I'm sorry, I'm not even going to pose that question. But leave your comments down below and let me know what you think about Kari Lake. Let me know what you think about Donald Trump smashing New Hampshire, huh? I really thought Nikki Haley was going to do a little bit better, because she actually has a lot of Democrats voting for her. The people are actually changing their voter registration to Republican to vote for Nikki Haley. Yeah, CNN has that story, by the way. They actually interview a guy that says he changed his registration, blah, blah, blah. He's voting for Nikki Haley because he doesn't want Trump in office. And then the lady proceeds to ask him, hey, so, you know, your normal party affiliation, what is that? He's like, Democrat. So if it was Donald Trump or Joe Biden, who would you vote for? He says, Joe Biden. So, yeah, you can't believe that it's just that one guy doing it. No, I'm sorry. There's a lot of people doing it. There's proof out there. Go check it out. Leave your comments down below. And thanks for watching, y'all. Like I said, that's all I got. Thanks for watching again. Might as well say it twice. Go ahead and get it on out there. And y'all try to have a good day and be positive. Peace.